Hello, silver fans. This is T, and you're in the place to be for silver education, acquisition, and entertainment. Hey, thanks for watching, everybody. This video is full of numismatic eye candy. If you enjoy videos like this and the education that comes along with it, hit that like button and subscribe if you're new to my channel. Also, stay to the end. See what I picked up at this coin shop. I'll be offering it tonight on my Whatnot auction. Links are in the video description and a pinned comment. Here at Justin's place, Casper's Coins, here in South Bend area, and your coin shop is closed,
yes,
which is kind of nice for me to have the run of the place, and I'll be doing a little buying, and I'll show you the viewers at the end what I purchased. But before we get to that portion of the video, let's talk about why I'm here. We're talking numismatics today. So Justin, thanks for coming on the show, man.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Oh, absolutely. It's a pleasure to come in. And you know, my channel is precious metals. We're a lot of silver stackers, but quite a few of us are into the numismatics and always eager to learn. That's one of the pillars of my channel is education. So I thought, you know, we could talk briefly some numismatics, what's hot, what's not, etc., and then get into the best part of the video, I think, to me, is the show and tell. But before we even get into that, what are people walking into the shop buying? Is numismatics selling these days, or
always?
Okay.
There's always guys putting together their Morgan set or working on their Indians, or I've had a couple guys asking for pattern pieces this week, so which is kind of unique and odd in and of itself. Which
honestly, I don't even know what that means. Pattern pieces?
So pattern pieces. So every coin typically goes through a couple iterations of the design.
Okay.
So, like the Morgan dollar wasn't just designed. It wasn't just the first design of it was accepted and that was okay, and that's what we ran with. There were many versions of the Morgan dollar, different designs, different metals, different weights, different sizes.
Okay.
And so they would make those coins in a very small amount of numbers as a pattern to try it out.
Okay.
Almost like a sample. Like this is what the coin would look like if we did do the mass production of it.
Okay.
So then, whatever the mint, the government, they approve which one they actually want out of the pattern pieces, and then go from there.
That's one of the things I've noticed, that there's like a niche for everybody.
Yes.
You can't collect everything. You can't even. I mean, most guys couldn't even possibly collect all the Morgan dollars out there just by date and mint mark.
Correct.
Let alone all the variations. So people kind of boil down into niches where they collect a specific little corner of the world of numismatics.
Yep.
And so patterns is kind of a new one to me.
Oh yeah, pattern. There's some fantastic coin designs that I wish we would have chosen for the coins. But yeah, no, pattern pieces. Just it's a subset of a subset of collectors. So.
Okay. You got an auction coming up?
Yeah, so September 29th, we have an auction here in Mishawaka.
Okay.
You can bid online. You can come to the facility and bid as well. But yeah, we've been doing coin auctions for 12, 13, 14 years, somewhere around there.
Okay.
So, yeah, we do a live sit down sale and
good old fashioned live
auction.
Auction, people in the room.
Yep, people in the room. A lot of guys use their social time and come and talk and BS with each other and whatnot. So but yeah, that's kind of what this stuff is here. Well, it is what this stuff is here laid out.
Okay. So if people live somewhere near the area, I'm guessing you have people from Michigan.
Oh yeah,
we're not far from Michigan.
Well, yeah, we got a couple guys that drive from the Upper Peninsula.
Get out of here.
The Upper Peninsula.
That's
like, I think my auction's fantastic and everything in there is great. However, I don't know if I would drive. What is that?
8 hours?
8+ hours.
Yeah, that's wild.
But we do. No, we get a lot of people out of Illinois and Ohio as well, and even southern Indiana. So.
All right. Wow. So, all right. I've never attended one of your auctions. How many people will physically be there?
Anywhere from 30 to 60 registered bidders. So, some of them, they bring their wife, or the wife brings their husband or whatever. So, anywhere from 70 people to 100 and some odd. So, it's typically well attended.
Okay. So, say but the people that you have to bid, I mean, if you've hopped in your car and driven from another state to get there, they must be pretty serious coin collectors.
Yeah, yeah. So, a lot of times 35 registered visitors or 40 doesn't sound like a lot, but it's 35 buyers.
Right.
There's people there that they know what they're doing. They're not, typically they're not brand new collectors. They're more educated. They know what they're there for. So.
All right, well, let's take a look. You've got some samples there. So I don't know where we start, Justin, but maybe from your right to your left, and kind of go from there and pick out some stuff to kind of show off and talk about.
Oh, okay. Well, we've got some 84 and 83 GSAs, just some nice Carson Cities.
Okay. And, I did a video on these GSAs, so people are pretty familiar with the idea of how these came about. I'll put a link to that one somewhere so people can check it out. But these are highly desirable. The market for these was super hot. Is it still pretty?
It's pretty mild at the moment.
Okay.
So they will get really hot, and then they'll cool down.
Okay.
And then they'll get really hot, and then they'll cool down. So right now, I think we're probably in a cool down session on it. So
from a buyer's perspective,
it's a better time to buy. You don't want to buy when the market is red hot on them because you're just going to pay a lot for them.
Yeah, during COVID, it seemed like everything was red hot.
Everything was red hot.
Everything under the sun.
Yes, yep.
Now that's kind of waning a little bit, so we're getting back into normal times, would you say?
It definitely is. It's buyers are demanding rarity and quality. It's not anymore. I swear, in COVID, people were just throwing money at the wall.
Yes.
And whatever coins they could buy, that's what they were buying. We're more into a normal cycle of the market where it has to be the right coin, it has to be the right grade, and besides that, it has to be the right look.
Right.
You can have an MS-63 that looks great, and you can have another MS-63 that looks horrible. It's just in the eye appeal. So. Buyers are picky. I mean, they're into, with inflation and everything else, people are more, they're watching their money. So, quality and rarity is in demand.
Yeah. Let's pick out some more.
Back to Morgan's, there's some nice Redfield dollars. You don't see these very often.
Yeah.
That was part of the Redfield hoard, which you can do some research on. The guy, very wealthy, who did not trust the banks and stored all his money in silver dollars. Back to the quality. The way that I do my auctions is I ask myself, would I drive 50 miles for what's in this sale? And if it's something of quality, or it's not the quality that I personally would drive for, I'm not going to expect somebody else to.
Okay.
So we try not to do, like on the lower end, common run-of-the-mill stuff that you can find anywhere.
Yeah.
So.
How about some other standouts here?
I'm a fan of the Hawaii dollar.
Oh, yeah.
That is from 1883. Struck while Hawaii was still a kingdom, way before it became a state.
Yeah, my friends over at Harlan J. Burke have educated me a little bit on the Hawaii pieces, and highly desirable. And they made them for a short period of time, right?
Very short. Yep.
Huh?
Yep.
Yeah, it's a cool piece. It's got a heck of a beard that guy has.
Heck yeah, he's the king. Oh, well, too, for commemoratives, the Lafayette dollar, what is that, 1900? Yeah, that was the first silver commemorative dollar the U.S. put out.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm not familiar. These must be really rare because, I travel to a lot of coin shops, and this isn't one I see very often.
No, there's not that many of them.
I got to ask, what would you expect to fetch in an auction, and where do you start your auctions? Is it a buck and go, or do you have a set price? Or
no, we don't do a buck and go.
It's not whatnot, huh?
That would take forever. So with the online bidding, we have absentee bids already coming in.
Okay.
So whatever this coin, if it's the absentee high bid is $275, we can go ahead and start it at $275. We've already got that bid built in. We don't need to start it at $10 and go all the way back up because we know we've already got the starting bids pretty much established. So that helps quite a bit in the sale.
Is the online portion live?
Yes.
Is there someone manning a computer or?
Yep.
Okay.
So we have an online bidding coming in. We end the absentee biddings an hour before the sale.
Okay.
That way you can tabulate everything. We already know exactly where we're at on that.
Okay.
But yeah, we do the live bidding as well, and then the floor bidding at the same time.
Wow, that sounds like exciting. So somebody could be bidding on the floor,
Mm-hmm.
and then an online bid comes in and say, you know, the bid is $650 on a piece. Somebody online bids 700.
Yep.
So you just announce it to everybody who's
Yep.
there live, and it just keeps going.
And it keeps going. Yeah,
Okay.
They bounce off of each other.
I will put links to your portal on my video description. So if somebody's interested in checking out, do you have all this stuff on
Yes.
cataloged online already?
Everything is catalog. I try to have the complete catalog done a month prior to the sale.
Okay.
So yeah, everything's there with images and bids and whatnot. So,
Got it.
Niles,
Michigan, which is not far from here at all.
It is 7 miles that way, maybe 6 miles.
I didn't realize it was that close,
Yes.
but it's not a big city, that's for sure.
It is not.
So there must not be a million of these floating around.
No, Niles is a little bit of the tougher note. So no, those typically go higher. And plus, that one's in pretty decent condition.
Yeah.
Given for what it is. So
I have a few of those myself from my hometown and other South Bend, Terre Haute, that kind of thing. But I always enjoy finding those national notes.
yeah, I bought one from my hometown, and it cost me $1,400.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's your hometown?
Buchanan, Michigan.
Oh.
So
Okay.
like 5 miles away from Niles.
Okay.
But I want to say there's 6 or 7 of those notes still around. And I know a collector who's got 4 of them, and he won't sell me one of them. So I finally found one after 25 plus years of searching for one. Yeah.
That's the funny thing about coming into coin shops. I'll find rarities that, things that have just been sitting in a spot forever.
Yeah.
And, it'll be valuable to somebody from some other part of the country or something like that.
Yep. There's a lot of location in value. Something from your hometown, obviously. Mm-hmm. But with currency, you can't forget the 1,000.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, these are in the category of hot or not. These seem to be really hot.
Yeah, pretty damn hot.
Yeah. And the reason I say that is because I walk into coin shops and I see them there, and then you come back a week later and they're gone and they're all sold. Mm-hmm. So they kind of got rid of these because they didn't want Al Capone to have it so easy.
I came to Chicago with $40 in my pocket.
Were there other reasons they got rid of the 1,000, or was it mainly because of folks like that found it easy to move currency around in big numbers?
I think a lot of it was that.
Okay.
I doubt that's the only reason, but I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah.
I don't want to go out on a limb. Mm-hmm. And then speaking of rare, we have a nice 1877 proof 20-cent piece.
Ooh.
Those are tough coins.
Look at how, oh my goodness. You do a little face reveal there. I mean, the idea that something is from 1877 and this piece still looks so good. What's the grade on that?
It's a 61.
Proof 61, wow.
We're not made in great quantities in proof. To say the
I know a guy that might like that who works at Harlan J. Burke by the name of Russ Bega.
Yeah, and realistically on that coin, probably another dealer will buy it out of the auction and then sell it to his private client. Mm-hmm. But yeah, in rarity, in demand, 93S Morgan.
Okay.
In fine details, it's the key date in the entire Morgan series.
The 93S. Elusive, probably. How many guys have Dansko albums that are missing the 93S? That's one of the reasons I never really seriously collected Morgans. Mm-hmm. I mean, I like them, and I have my own collection, but I never had a fantasy about owning all of the years and mints because, all right, I got to ask, what do you think this is going to fetch in the auction? Like a range.
Oh, God, I have it written down. 45 to 5. I think I estimated that. I'd have to look.
Man.
I've done a lot of deals since I've written this catalog. So.
Well, that's I'm sure somebody is going to be very happy to add that to their collection. Maybe finish their collection with that one. All right. Well, Justin, I appreciate the time, my friend. And unless there's anything else, any other particular pieces that we should show?
No, if they go on the catalog, like I
Yeah.
said, everything is done. I do pictures of every one of them. I try to do some high quality pictures, so you know exactly what you're bidding on. There's no surprises when you receive the coin. So,
Okay.
but no, everything's online and posted and ready to go.
All right. Well, good luck in your auction. And yeah, again, details will be in the video description. And thanks for the time, my friend.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Hey, before I show you what I purchased at Justin's, let me just take a moment to thank these channel members. They support my efforts to bring you videos just like this one. And if you'd like to become a channel member, there's info in the video description. And thank you for watching. And so, Justin, of course, you know, I go into any coin shop, I've got to ask, do you have any Libertads? And so he did. And I picked up the two that he had. This is a cool piece, Texas. And how many ounces? This is a heavy, chunky one. I don't remember off the top of my head how many ounces this one is. 2.5 or 3. I think this one might be 3. These are little 2-ounces here. A couple other little interesting rounds. And I'm always looking for the weird stuff, like San Francisco and a little angel. And maybe the weirdest of them all. Take a look at this. It's a ring, and this caught my eye. It's got, a little skull there on the ring. And then when I looked on the inside, there's some writing. August 10th, 1942. And I'm like, okay, that's wartime. And then look at that symbol I see on the back. I'm going to throw all this stuff on my auction on Whatnot tonight. And I don't know if anybody's going to want this or not. It's kind of weird, a little piece of history there. And, just one of those little coin shop finds that you find. And when you go to lots of coin shops like I do, I encourage you to do the same. But if you can't go to lots of coin shops like me, the next best thing is show up to my Whatnot auction tonight, and you'll have a crack at all of this stuff. Hey, thanks for watching, guys. See?